People have lost their mind.
Goes without saying.
Let me say this. Some of you out there, you've lost your ever-loving mind. Okay? Like your side didn't win the election.
Yeah.
Or your side did win the election.
Yeah.
You both lost your ever-loving mind. I have two examples of this.
I'm ready.
Two examples
Example
of this.
numero uno.
Example number one.
Yeah.
So this man, in this relationship with his wife, obviously they've been married for a while.
Okay.
And he voted for Trump.
All right. Yeah.
She wants a divorce.
I beg pardon?
A distraught husband wrote on social media he has been left without words that the marriage is over because of the election. Divorce papers on the way.
For goodness sakes.
It is only, I think it's been a week. Is today Tuesday? It's only been a week.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
This relationship probably had bigger problems. If who you voted for president is a reason to send the other one divorce papers, I'm going to say they were already on their last leg.
You know how I see this?
Wow.
Kamala Harris is breaking up marriages in the United States.
That's good argument. Yes, that's a good one.
I mean, are you kidding me? So the wife says, how could you vote for a convicted felon? All right, fine. Okay. I really don't think some people are going to get over this. You know, we find those articles that we read and, oh, well, these are the top 10 places that Americans are leaving for.
Literally.
Yeah, because I think Portugal is one of them. Do you see Portugal? I see Portugal everywhere. That's just me. I saw Portugal.
People are into Portugal.
Yeah. All right. So he's been dumped.
He's been dumped by his wife because he voted for Trump.
Yeah.
They weren't.
I think
they weren't long for the world.
I think they were a loving couple.
Oh, for goodness sake.
think they enjoyed each other's company.
And the only problem.
All of a sudden, this election is just breaking up families, Bruce.
Yeah. Well, it might break up a few more as we are we 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
All right. So the second example of people losing their ever-loving mind over this election, right?
Ready.
All right. You're going to hear... this is one of the cable stations.
Oh, okay.
There's a host, and then you've got a Yale psychiatrist who's answering the question here.
I think just a societal norm that if somebody is your family, that they are entitled to your time. And I think the answer is absolutely not. So if you are going to a situation where you have family members, where you have close friends who you know have voted in ways that are against you, like what you said, against your livelihood. And it's completely fine to not be around those people and to tell them why.
So this Yale psychiatrist is urging people shun the Trump voting family member over the holidays.
And that it's perfectly oakley-dokley.
It's perfectly fine.
I would say it's okay to have boundaries. That's fine. And, you know, I remember... When was it? I mean, it seems like every 4 years we have to have the conversation of, do you need to put a sign on the front door? No politics discussed or something like that, you know?
Or in a text, you send a text out to family.
Everybody, welcome,
you're coming in.
Come in for Thanksgiving, but
or
stay away from this topic.
I've solved this. And I'm going to.
Oh,
I've solved this issue.
Really?
Yeah, Becky Lynn knows about this. I've solved this issue. I did this in 2016.
Well, you have some strife in your own family right now.
We do, and so I've talked about my dad, my brother, my sister, but they're not coming out for Thanksgiving, so that's good because they're all on different sides. But in 2016, when Trump beat Hillary Clinton,
right,
and my wife and I were looking around the family and we're like, this isn't going to go well. There are people who, they love Trump or they love Hillary and all this kind of stuff. And it's Thanksgiving and we're hosting Thanksgiving for like 20 people.
It's at your house.
Some of these people,
Casa de Gaydos.
They're going to get loose.
There's going to be some eggnog involved.
Right.
There might be some wine flowing.
Bourbon,
right.
And lips get a little loose, as you're saying.
And fists can fly.
Oh,
Yikes.
boy.
And you never know. And that's the last thing you want on Thanksgiving. So this is what we did. And I would ask everybody now in 2024, this is something that you should do.
Okay.
It worked for us Thanksgiving 2016.
Ready.
red and blue tables.
I beg pardon?
Red and blue tables.
Wait a minute, you're going to segregate people?
I am segregating people. If you are a Trump supporter, you sit at the red table. If you are a Kamala supporter, you sit at the blue table. And it'll make life easier. And we literally did this at the house. We told everybody.
Wait a minute. Do you
What?
serve different meals?
No.
Oh my God.
No.
I've never understood that what happens when the meal is over and everyone stands up and they have to mingle at some point.
Then there's football, and then your attention goes somewhere else.
Okay,
when
all
you sit
right.
down and you have pleasant conversation and you're eating the bird, and you just don't want someone to give you the bird because of who they
Right.
voted for.
Okay, all
Okay.
right.
So the red and the blue tables, it worked.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we had one guy in the family, he's just, he's a blowhard and all that. And we're like, that dude is definitely going to sit at the red table. And that dude can't sit next to the gal.
Do you
who's
decorate the tables differently?
red
Like,
and blue?
You literally
Yes,
did that.
red and blue.
And everybody
Yes.
was good with it.
You knew
they were fine.
You
Yeah.
could self-segregate.
Yeah.
Which table are you going to?
Right.
Understanding what the vibe at that table's going to be.
Everybody was fine with who they voted for in that election. And that's the easy way. See, that's the way that you can still invite people over to your house. You can still have
It sounds
dinner
a little crazy to
in the
me.
same room. And you don't sit a Trump fan next to a Kamala fan. You just don't do it right now.
Is it ever okay? What about next Thanksgiving?
Oh, well, then it's
Is it
fine.
only, okay? So is it only every 4 years
Yeah.
when the election is still fresh?
How are people dealing with this election emotionally? I mean, I've read on Facebook and Twitter, there's still people who haven't come out of their house because Trump won.
Oh, for God.
I'm not
It's only
kidding
been
you.
a week.
I'm not kidding you.
Really?
I am not kidding you.
I thought you were exaggerating for effect.
No. I am not kidding you. Because let's think Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Right? If you have a big Trump supporter in your family, is that Trump supporter going to come to Thanksgiving, and is he going to gloat or she going to gloat?
Are you? Oh no, you said
There's
your
a possibility.
gloating person was not going to be coming to your Thanksgiving.
But I'm just
this
saying,
year.
yeah. I mean, if you're going to come and gloat, that's not going to go well. But also, if you're going to come and sulk because
Ooh.
Kamala didn't win, that's your problem too. So we separate. We have red and blue tables. We may have to install that again this year.
Do you think? Follow me on this. Do you think that there are people out there who are choosing not to attend family gatherings or things specifically to avoid running into Uncle Bill or Aunt Mary? Do you think this is if you're at the point where you have to have a red table and a blue table, I gotta believe there's some people like, I'm just tapping out of Thanksgiving this year.
I
Maybe.
can believe it.
Yeah.
I totally can believe that.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll just go out. Just
Good.
the two of us
Chinese.
or just the four of us.
It's getting Chinese.
Exactly.
You could. I mean, you got the psychiatrist on MSNBC saying, yeah, we're in a post-election crisis and people aren't getting along, so don't go and... Like, the thing with me is...
Don't go to fight.
If it's your family,
Yeah.
go and just don't be a total pill.
Yeah, but
Just get over it.
Easier
It's
said than
we
done for a
all
lot of
have
families.
on.
we all have family members who,
Love it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't stop the fact that you're family members, but you don't have to put up with their crap, do you?
No. No, you can always say something, too.
Yeah.
That's why, if you're sitting at the red table, you say whatever you want. You're sitting at the blue table, you say whatever you want.
But don't shout it out for the blue table to hear.
How
right?
far apart are these tables? I mean, is there like a partition? Do we have to put
One
up
outside,
plexiglass?
one inside.
Like a
We
COVID plexiglass
We
in
got the
between
red
them?
upstairs, and we got the blue downstairs. No, I mean,
Yeah. And we got the two libertarians eating outside. All right, you
But
guys can
let me add this in.
crisscross applesauce and deal with your own stuff.
Let me add this in. I don't get why people always want to talk politics. It's honestly the last thing I ever want to talk to anybody
Well,
about.
is it because we talk about it all the time?
No, we don't talk, and we don't
try
talk
not
about
to.
it. We
yeah.
actually don't talk
Around
about
the
it.
election, it's tough to get away from it, granted. But I find that people always want to know my opinion on things, of which I have very little desire to discuss.
But you don't want to do that.
No.
No, you don't want to do that at a
I tell them
gathering.
I get paid to do that. Unless you're
Right.
willing to pay me now, I'm not having that conversation.
Yeah, I don't know why people have to bring
kind of
it
a jerk I
into someone else's home on Thanksgiving. Whether you win or you lose, who cares?
Because they
For
don't know
one
what
day.
else to talk about at this point. We
Oh,
should
gosh.
come up with a good list of things to talk about at
Other
Thanksgiving
than-
that are not political.
How well the Cardinals are doing.
There you go.
Yeah. So
Boom.
seriously, we should come up with a list
How
of like
crappy
10
the Cowboys
things.
are doing. All mine are going to be around
Is
football.
anything got to be something besides sports?
No,
I don't
it's
have
all
anything
around
besides
football.
sports and fantasy football.
Right.
Tell you what, Gaydos, start telling them about how good your fantasy football team
Oh,
is.
I will. Don't you worry.
That'll keep them glued.
Don't you worry.
Thanks for watching Outspoken with Bruce and Gaydos. Tap to watch more from KTAR News and click the button in the middle to subscribe.